When Kwesi Adofo-Mensah and Kevin O'Connell came in last year to the Minnesota Vikings, they opened things up, ran a lot more 11 personnel, a lot more 3 wide receiver, and threw the ball all over the lot. But the offseason moves so far indicate that the Vikings may want to get back to being a little bit heavier in terms of personnel usage. With the signing of tight end Josh Oliver from the Ravens, one of the best blocking tight ends in the game, and you do that and spend 3 years, $21 million on a tight end too, because even though you have TJ Hockenson on the rooster, it kind of is a sign that you're going to use a lot more 2 tight end formations, as well as the extension of CJ Ham, the fullback who was rarely used last year, played about 14% of Vikings offensive snaps, down from his previous usage under the Zimmer regime. But it's clear that the Vikings want to use the fullback more, so there's going to be a lot more hammering. And hey, how about not running empty or shotgun on 4th and inches? How about that? Could we do that? Could we just line up and just smash it? Because we got to get back to having the meats. All right, now, this goes beyond the offensive line. Hopefully they beef things up in the draft, or, I don't know, sign Dalton Risner, you cowards. But again, it is clear that the Vikings are going to be using heavier personnel packages on offense in 2023. Now, explanation of number personnel. So after the Vikings signed Josh Oliver, a lot of people are talking about 12 personnel. This is not talking about the Seahawks. Like, we're talking about 12 personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight ends. So when they talk about personnel groupings, whether it's 11 personnel, 22 personnel, 32 personnel, which, damn, that'd be sexy. Wishbone, baby. But so 12 personnel. The first digit of the number, 1, is the number of running backs. The second digit is the number of tight ends, and then 5, the total of eligible receivers, minus the total of the 2 numbers put together. So 1 + 2 = 3, allegedly. So that'd be the number of wide receivers. So 12 personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receiver. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to line up balanced like an ace formation. Like, you can still have a slot receiver. You can have both tight ends on a side. You can have a tight end split out. You can have the running back split out. Hell, you can go empty backfield in 12 personnel. And that's why you get into the mismatches, because 12 personnel over here. So you got Cook or Madison as your running back, Hockenson, Oliver on the field, Jefferson and KJ out there as well. So it's a built-in mismatch, because Josh Oliver is underrated as a receiver. TJ Hockenson is a solid blocker as well as a great receiver. Dalvin and Madison are good receivers out of the backfield as well. And Jefferson and KJ, they ain't shy about blocking. So there's a lot of things going on. And when the Vikings break the huddle, or enter the huddle, rather, with 12 personnel, the defense has to make a decision. Basically, it's sort of like a jiu-jitsu concept. They decide how they're going to get beat, because if they come out in their base formation, so for example, 4-3 defense. So 4 down defensive linemen, 3 linebackers. I'm okay with Hockenson on your 3rd linebacker, or Hockenson against a safety. Or, like I said, just because you're in 12 personnel doesn't mean that you can't go shotgun and go empty, or go 4 wide. So you're going to spread out you in your base defense. And like I said, I like those mismatches. I like Dalvin Cook against your 3rd linebacker. I like Hockenson or Oliver against a safety. Or if you go nickel, and so you take out a linebacker and bring in a defensive back, all of a sudden we can bunch up. As I get emotional talking about it, like, we can bunch up, and then Josh Oliver is going to bust your ass and just run it straight down your throat. And keep doing that over and over and over again. And if you bring your base defense back out, guess what? We're going to spread it out. We're going to throw it to Jefferson. We're going to throw it to Hockenson. So that's what's amazing. And looking at these various personnel groupings, so 11 personnel, 3 wide, Dalvin, Madison, Hockenson, Jefferson, KJ, wide receiver 3, TBD. 13 personnel, want to get sexy. So Cook, Madison, Hockenson, Oliver, Johnny Mundt, Justin Jefferson. And also the Rams and Sean McVay is really famous for 13 personnel, especially when they had Gerald Everett as well as Higbee and some other tight ends in the mix too, where they would just break the huddle with 13 personnel, Gurley in the backfield, like Robert Woods would be the receiver usually, and then just get you in really ridiculous matchups. Because that Thursday night game in 2018, where it was McVay against Zimmer, they're playing at the Coliseum, and they broke the huddle with 13 personnel. The Vikings were in base defense. They got Robert Woods singled up in man-to-man coverage against Anthony Barr, and they scored a touchdown. So, of course, Kevin O'Connell's learned a little bit from there. 21 personnel, standard, but 22 personnel. Here's where it gets sexy, man. So, CJ Ham all up in there. Ham Hock. Carham Hawk, as well as Dalvin or Madison. Madison a little bit more of a power back. Josh Oliver in the mix. Jefferson out wide. So sort of pick your poison. Like if you stack the box against the run, you get Jefferson one-on-one the outside. Or if you double Jefferson, that's a lighter box, and we're just going to run against it. I love it, man. Or my 4th and inches dream. So even though it sucks taking Jefferson off the field, 23 personnel. So you got a power running back, you got your power fullback, you got Hockenson, Josh Oliver, the best blocking tight end in the game, and then you bring in Blake Brandel or Oli Udo as the 6th offensive lineman. Let's go. Let's go, man. Or, of course, 2-minute drill personnel, so 0-1 personnel. And most teams don't even go true 5 wide. A lot of teams will have a tight end involved. And the Vikings usually in their 2-minute drill is no different, because obviously Hockenson is one of your top 5 pass catchers, but Hockenson, Jefferson, KJ, Jalen Naylor, and wide receiver 3 TBD. That's pretty good. It's pretty sexy, man. But even though 11 personnel, you're going to see plenty of it, because that's the meat and potatoes of Kevin O'Connell's offense. I think you are going to see a lot more 12 personnel, a lot more 22 personnel, and just being able to run the ball when you need to run the ball. It's going to be so nice. It's going to be so nice, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings likely to be using some heavier packages in 2023. We have the meats. Let us know your thoughts on our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.